Good day, everyone. My name is Jason Timothy Kirigasa, and today I'll be presenting the exercise 4, which is by using expression builder in the form, as well as creating and running a report. So for this exercise and activity, our objectives will be able to learn the importance of reports in the management information systems, and also to be able to design reports in DM Success. So first, for the first part of this activity, which is by using the expression builder form, so to do this, first we must go to the transaction query table form and go to the design view. And then over here, we're going to click on the design view. And then over here, we can see that there is a property sheet section in the far right side. And then we're going to select onto the current balance. And then over here, we can see that there is a control source. And then we're going to click on that. And then there is a three dots that had been appeared. We're going to click on that as well. And then over here, we are presented with a box called the expression builder. And now we're going to input our first expression formula, which is y equals transaction balance plus transaction amount. Click on OK, and then let's save that one. Then let's head back over to the form view. And then over here, we can see the transaction query form. So on the manual file, we are instructed to put a 5 or more transactions in the query. So for the first account number that we are going to place on the transaction query is the 4422 checkings, and then for the transaction type will be the deposit. And then for the transaction balance, we're going to place a 6,000 pesos value and then a 1,000 pesos for the transaction amount. So this should be equal to 7,000 pesos. The next, we're going to head over to the next record, which is the 9980. 9980, and then deposit again. And then by this time, we're going to place only a 2,000 pesos for the transaction amount. You click on the next record, and then we're going to place a 1122 for the next account number, deposit as well. And then we're going to place a 700 pesos for the transaction amount, and then next record. And then in next record, which will be the 4433 deposit, and then we're going to add a 500 pesos amount in the transaction amount. For the fifth transaction query, I'm going to add a 9987 for the account number, deposit as well, and then add a 1,000 pesos for the 3,000 pesos rather for the transaction amount. Yeah. And then lastly, we're going to add a 3322 for the account number, deposit again, and then add a 100 pesos for the transaction amount. So we're going to click on save on that one. So now let's head over to the transaction table. So as we can see that the table has also been updated, but for the except for the balance and then the current balance fields. So our next part is that we are going to move on creating and running a report. So in this example, we'll be able to create we are tasked to create a simple report for a single table using the report wizard. So as with the queries and forms that we have did, we begin by selecting the Create tab, then Report, then click on the Report Wizard on the ribbon. The report result will appear, then select the customer table and select all fields. So let's head over to the Create section, then click on the Report Wizard. So over here, we are instructed to um, click onto the customer table first, and then select on all fields. Then click on Next. And then over here in the next step, you have the opportunity to add grouping levels to the report. So what is a grouping level? This is a step where several records have the same value for a given field, and we only can display the value for the first few records. So in this case, let us select the company, then click on the next button. Then select company, next button. And then over here, we're going to click on to the customer ID. as the uh, ascending order. So as we can see here, there is an option for the ascending or descending order for our fields or the chronological order. Click on the next. Then over here we have an option, three options for our layout, which are the step, block, and outline. We're going to remain these options. Pre-select the options as is. Click on next. And then we're going to name this title report as customer report. Then click on finish. So this is our concluding title. So in order to print the report, there are various options. So first, we can click the section where once the report is displayed, it can be viewed, printed, or transferred into the such Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. So the bottom bar across the top of the screen has the following functions. First is the print, where we can print the customer form itself. Here are the options for printing. Here we can see that there are various options of sizes for our report so that we can print them to our liking. Next is the orientation of the report page, and also the in the section over here we can see that there are various options to export the report to Excel spreadsheet, text file, PDF, email, and such more. Let's save that one. And next, we are going to create an account form summarizing all of the accounts in the accounts table. So first, we are going to select the accounts table field and click on the report wizard. And then click on report wizard, report wizard. And then over here, we're going to click on the table account, which has been pre-selected. And then we're going to click on all fields and click on next. Then over here, we're going to click onto the customer ID as the priority. Click on next, and then over here for the ascending or descending order, we're going to click onto the account number. Then over here, we have also been presented with an option um, for summary options. So we're going to click onto that. So over here we are presented with the summary options box, which is the field and the balance, sum, average, mean, and box. So over here we're going to click on the sum only for the balance, and then calculate the percent of total sums. Okay. Click on that and then click on OK, and then click on next. And then over here we have another option again for our layout report. We're going to click on the block this time. Click on next. And then over here for the report title, we're going to name it as account summary. Then finish. So will be our accounts form. This is our report layout of the account summary. So next we now head over to the modifying of the report itself in the design view, where we can edit our layout into our liking. So let's close this one, and then let's head over to home. Click on the design view. Also, this is the design view of the account summary. So we have an option to customize or change this layout to our liking. So let's increase the area of the uh, form. Uh, then let's change the sizes of the text boxes so that they will not be um, so that they will not create an error when they are on top of each other. Yeah. So next, in order for the so in order for we can show the total balance, first we must modify the report footer. So we must delete all the grand total label or the sum boxes, then create a new text box at, entitle it as a total balance, and create a new expression. So first we're going to delete all the sum and then the grand total boxes. Delete all that. And then we're going to add a new box. We're going to the report design, then click on the text box, and then a box there. So for the first box that we have placed, we're going to name it as balance for customer. Mm. We're going to input our first expression, which will be sum and then balance. And then next, we're going to add another one. And then we're going to name this one as total balance. And then same formula, sum, balance, and that. Then we're going to save this one now. So this is our layout of our form report. Um, Save this one, then let's go back to the report. Uh, so this will be our result for our account summary in reports view. So that's it for my exercise 4. Thank you.